Hi, Kirsten Morley here, your certified emotion code, body code, and belief code practitioner. Super excited to be here. So today is June 17th. If you're watching this on replay, go ahead and comment hashtag replay in the comments. That'd be awesome. And then also where you're from. I would love to know where my views are coming from. So super excited. So anyways, what are we working on for you? 48, headache, back pain, lower back pain, anxiety, depression, sadness, anger, grief, anything. What do you want? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate it? Lower back and hip. Okay, maybe we can do both. We'll see. If my computer will be nice to me and connect to the internet again. A 10. No, I'm sorry to hear that. Hip pain, and it's a 10. That's really high. All right. This is me getting back into the sessions. We've been here for like 30, 45 minutes. Oh, sciatica. Oh, rude. All right, quick moment of silence. We'll get to it. All right, can I get this proxy for you? Yes, so Sandy, what is the biggest emotion we can release now that is causing this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even, I don't want 3. Grief. Sorry guys, my computer is being slow. I'm gonna hurry and see if I can get this on notes. And then we'll just plug it in over here. There we go. All right, let's see. So we said grief. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, age 15. Need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Shock. When did this extend to 97, age 7? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that is causing this lower back and hip pain? Can I even 1? Betrayal. When did this extend? Age 10. Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 2, 4. Hatred. When did this extend? Age 10. Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that is causing this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 2, 4. Hatred. When did this extend? Age 10. Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Unworthy. When did this 10, 20, age 20? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 2, 4. Anger. When did this occur? 10, 20, age 20. We need to know more. Okay, let's Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? You may even do 4. Crying. When did this occur? 10, age 10. We need to know more. Okay. Yeah, let us know if you recognize any of the emotions or ages. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 2, 4. Depression. When did this question? Age 10. Need to know more. A lot of age 10. That's interesting. Whew. Big emotions. What is the biggest emotion release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Forlorn. Forlorn is like feeling. Oh, I recognize most of it. It's with my sister. Interesting. When did this question? 20, 29, 18, 16, age 16. So, what is that called? Forlorn is like feeling lost, forsaken, or forgotten. So, yeah, feeling lost, forsaken, or forgotten. I was like trying to think of the name of it, but yeah. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 1. Heartache. When did this occur? Page 10 to 987, age 7. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? Maybe even 2. Control. When did this question? Age 10. We need to know more. Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do yawning? Big emotions. Hopefully you get relief, Sandy. Yes, definitely. What is the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lower back and hip pain? All right, go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around. Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get it, get it, get it. And then go ahead and take a really big deep breath. Full inhale. Full exhale. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the lower back and hip pain? 1 being the lowest and then 10 being the most severe. I'm out of water. Yay! From a 10 to a 7. That's awesome. Woo-hoo! I feel like it lessens my same pain. Good. That is so good. All right. Let's do another session. Let's see. Hello. How do we get sessions? If you would like to enter to win, just click on the button that says, click on the link in my bio and click on the button that says live TikTok session giveaway. Words, you can do it. You can do it, words. Click on the link in my bio and click on the button that says live TikTok session giveaway. And then don't forget you need to re-enter every single live. Just once per live. Can this help with an emotional block? I'm not excited and have hard time with ILU. I don't know what ILU is, but yes. That's why it's called the emotion code. Figuring out, coding the emotions. Hard time with, oh, so you have like this feeling of like wanting to escape. I totally get that. Yes, we can work on that. Trying to connect. It feels awkward to say it to anyone. I get that. Especially if you feel like somebody tainted it for you. If somebody taints something for you, it's really hard to like get past. Does that make sense? So I've been live for an hour and we've only done one session. You guys. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, that's the thing with some stuff. Sometimes if there are emotions connected to it, then it really like shifts stuff for you. Like it's just not fun. All right, Trevor Zerline, Zurline. You guys, I can't. I choose not to. Okay. Going once, going twice. So close. I just downloaded and printed out your 10-day journal prompts pages today. Yay! Just so you know, I have a 90-day one if you want that. So if you want to go like the full, I 10 out of 10 recommend the full 90 days. Are you here, Trev? Is that how you pronounce your name? Let me hurry and look. Yes. Oh, do I have two Trevors in here? Or is it only one? Oh, there it is. We're here. I am here. I am here. I am here. Perfect. Let's do this. All right. Would you like to go? Would you like to duel with me, Trev? Close enough. I have to check out. I have to check that out. Yes. Would you like to go live with me so that people can actually see your face? That'd be cool. Just kidding. You don't have to if you don't want to. But we would love to have you on if you're okay with it. If not, don't feel like you have to. So you go by Trev. It's 33. What are we working on? Okay, do you want to do anxiety or depression? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate it? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. So I can only do 1. An 8. So high. Wow, have you always had anxiety that high? Because that's really high. Okay, quick moment of silence. We'll get to it. All right. Maybe for a few years. Okay. So it hasn't always been a thing. It's more of like a recent thing. Very interesting. Okay. Also, did you want to go live with me? If not, that's totally cool. But we'd love to have you on here. Okay. Connect this proxy for you. So what's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that has to do with this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3, 5. Conflict. When did this 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 18, age 15? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this anxiety? Maybe 2, failure. When did this take age 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, age 16? Thank you. When, or do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Whew. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this anxiety? Come on, even 2, 4, 6. Jealousy. When did this 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, age 7? We need to know more. Thank you. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Worthless. When did this 10? Age 10. Do we need to know more? Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. Are you recognizing any of these emotions by chance? Trev or Trevor? Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe 2. Failure. When did this 10? Age 10. We need to know more. Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest what's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this anxiety? Maybe even 5. Terror. When I can't think of anything specific for age 10. That's okay. That's okay. 10, 20, 30, 20, 7, 6, 5, age 12. So let's go ahead and release that. So age 7 is a very popular age. And sometimes like younger ages, like if you don't remember them, most of the time, if you're more of an empath, then I wouldn't be surprised if it was an emotion that was like absorbed. Like for example, if your dad was really angry and he projected that anger onto you, it's kind of like that. So, and then age 7 is a very, I personally believe it's more of like a developmental thing where it's like kids process things a little bit differently. So they take things on a little bit more or, differently. So biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this anxiety, maybe even out of 1. Insecurity. When did this 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, age 4? We need to know more. Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Longing. When did this 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, age 15? We need to know more. Age 25 for terror makes a lot of sense. Ooh, how exciting. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release on that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Jealousy. When did this occur? 10, age 10. Do we need to know more? Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Jealousy. When did this 10, 20, age 20? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release and that's causing this anxiety? Awesome. I'm excited to see how this feels for you. So go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around. Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get it. Get it, get it. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate the anxiety? This is neat. I know, right? Woo-hoo. Let's see. Yay! A 4 or 5. We literally just cut this anxiety in half. Woo! That's awesome. So we'll do a 4.5 for happy middle. You're so welcome. That's awesome. I'm really excited for you. I used to have severe anxiety, like so bad, to the point where I literally felt like I had to pack everything in the car. So much. What if you have physical illness? So it depends on the illness, but I can work on things like physical discomfort or pain. I can also work on things that are like I've done menstrual cycle stuff, I've done reproductive system things, gut issues, autoimmune stuff, immune system things. There's quite a few things that we can do. So me too. I was at the hospital often because of it. Aww. So I don't feel like my anxiety got that bad. However, it was pretty debilitating all the time. So are you doing free reading sessions? Yes, I'm doing free sessions. Pendant. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That is no fun. All right, let's do another session. Probably do one more because I need to go to bed. It's like 11 o'clock. It's always towards my son. I'm always thinking the worst. No. You know what's so interesting? So I got rid of my postpartum depression issues when I had my second baby. And then I had my third baby, and I feel like my anxiety was like way better, and depression was way better. So I don't necessarily know that I had like postpartum or like baby blues. But with this baby, I've had way different, oh my gosh, what do you call that? Oh my gosh, what is that called? Intrusive thoughts, like super paranoid about certain things, intrusive thoughts, and it's just like my mind goes straight to the worst. It's so weird. It's so weird. Not that I have like really crazy outrageous problems, but I remember having like these intrusive thoughts with my second. That was when I had like the worst, not hyperfixations. They're not hyperfixations. It's more of like thinking of a scenario and then immediately thinking like what's the worst that is going to happen, and then like imagining it, and I'm like, what the. I used to get it a lot. Hi. Yes. Yes. But it's interesting because like release them as I get them. So like things are settling down, which is really cool. I'm really grateful that I have the emotion code and body code and belief code to like release it as it comes. So yeah, childhood trauma. Absolutely. Absolutely. What about helping executive dysfunction? For me, it's freeze, brain fog, fear, avoidance type of issues. Yep. Hi. Yeah, no, that's definitely stuff that I have worked on with so many people. So many people. And I love working on childhood trauma or like inner child stuff because it's such a delicate thing. It's kind of like working how do you explain that? It's kind of like working at like in a NICU, like working with like delicate little babies, you know, it's like so cute. But it's, anyways, I don't know how to explain that. I love inner child work because it's so delicate and it's so, oh, I can't think of the word. Where is that? Where is the word? Like it can change your life. It can change your life if you get over certain things in your childhood or like work on inner child stuff. Does that make sense? It's like it like it can propel you forward so transformative. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It can be so transformative that it's like I get goosebumps thinking about it. I've worked with some awesome clients and I've seen some pretty crazy things, like in a good way. Yep. And that's the thing. When you work on that messed up stuff, when you work on the inner child work that or the inner child stuff that's like completely messed up and you're like, I can't believe this happened. When you heal from that, it's crazy. It's so fascinating. It's so fascinating. I wish I could like telekinesis like things that I've experienced with clients because like I said, transformative. Yeah. It is raw as well. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. I ended up in the hospital overnight due to chest pains with it. I would love to you should schedule a session. I've been trying for years, but the trauma still seems fresh sometimes. So sometimes when your body doesn't want to heal or there is like resistance to healing, I actually know how to get past that. So cool. So inner child stuff can be very, very profound. I like that word, profound. It can be pretty intense. But that's the thing, like not everybody remembers their childhood. And so sometimes it's nice to just work on the inner child using the emotion code and then moving on. However, if you can connect and like visualize your inner child like right in front of you and speak to them the way that you wish you would have been spoken to as a child, game over. Game freaking over. It is so beautiful. I can't get over it. Sorry. I had a mentally abusive father growing up. He still has anger outbursts. I'm pretty sure my inner child is either screaming loudly or curled up in a fetal position. Probably. And I don't know if you know this, but you can actually have more than one unhappy inner child, unfortunately. So it's literally like, let's just pretend that this is like your subconscious as a whole. When you have an unhappy inner child, it's like taking a piece of yourself and distancing itself from you. Does that make sense? And so then when we do inner child work, It's like bringing that paper back, saying, I'm sorry this happened to you, giving that inner child a big, fat, happy hug, and it magically goes back together. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I don't know if that helps anybody, but yeah. There's quite a few visuals that I definitely recommend. That usually helps with like how to speak to your inner child, or like how to heal from certain things, like your inner child stuff. Yeah. My biggest demon father passed away last year. Oh, I am so sorry. Nicole Parsons, going once. Nicole Parsons. Let's refill her up. Gotta make sure it smells okay. I am conflicted on whether to grieve or to be happy. Listen, that's a real thing. It's a real thing, and there's nothing wrong with either. Hi! I'm really good. I am really good. It was really nice to take a month off. and just be. Not that I was like meditating the whole time, but if we entered late, are we in the will? Yes, I always refresh it. Yesterday was 1 year. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so hard. Danica Rogers. Going once. Does the water have a smell? No, but that's been sitting there for a while. And sometimes if you put like tap water in it, it gets like musky. Hi! Welcome! If you'd like to get on live with me, I would love it. Don't feel like you have to, but let's go. Danica, there you are. I'm smelling. It's that big bottle has been sitting there for like a month, and so sometimes, you know how like if you go back and like smell water bottles, or if like you use them often, they kind of get musky. Like you have to clean out your water every once in a while, or else it gets musky. No? I would, but my baby is sleeping in my room. That's okay. That's okay. I have flavored water, so mine smells like berries. When was the last time you cleaned it out, though? Yes. I know what you're talking about. Yesterday. See, some people don't clean it out very often. Like if they only use it for water, or sometimes how the straw gets really nasty. Anyways, all right, we'll have a quick moment of silence. Actually, what are we doing for Danica? Did I say your name right? Danica. I actually like that name. It's cute. 27. What issue are we working on? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the issue? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. Danica Shea. I really like that middle name. Super pretty. Super pretty. And then after this, I'm going to bed. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. My intersection is with you as soon as I get paid in a couple weeks. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to work with you. Lack of better words. Self-worth, a 7. Lack of self-worth. Okay. On a scale, it's a 7, which is pretty low. Pretty high. It's high. It's very high. Your self-esteem is low. That's what we're going for. Okay, we'll have a quick moment of silence and we'll get to it. All right, can I act as proxy for you? Yes, what is the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of self-worth? 5, creative insecurity. Creative insecurity is kind of like an insecurity to create things. What is, oops. When did this 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16, age 16? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release on that's causing this lack of self-worth? Maybe even 3. Grief. When did this occur? 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, age 7. We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that has to do with this lack of self-worth? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Shock. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16, age 15. We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. New here. What are you swiping over your head? A magnet. A magnet. It actually doubles as a magnet and the emotion code chart. It's pretty cool. I know it's backwards, but you can find this on Google, like the chart itself. But I actually ordered the magnet because I like the magnet and the chart put together at discoveryhealing.com. What is the biggest emotion we can release on that's causing this lack of self-worth? Maybe even 1. Heartache. When did this 10, 20, 29, 18, age 18? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of self-worth? Maybe 2. Failure. When did this 10, 10, 9, age 9? We need to know more. Let's go ahead and release that. Ooh, all these ages and emotions are clicking for me. Interesting. Sorry, geeking out here. What is the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of self-worth? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Jealousy. When did this 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, age 17? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Do we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release that's causing this lack of self-worth? Maybe 2. Failure. When did this 10, 20, 30, 27, 6, 5, 4, 3, age 23? We need to know more. Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of self-worth? Maybe even 2. Failure. When did this 10, age 10? We need to know more. There's more, I promise. There's quite a few people that do this. I just don't know if they go live a lot. Don't quote me on that. I know there used to be a good chunk of people, like when I say chunk of people, I mean like a couple, like 2 or 3 people that used to go live all the time. Like you would probably find one of us on. So, all right. Danica, what is the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of self-worth? Maybe even 1. Insecurity. When did this occur? For the age of 10, 20, 29, 18, age 18. We need to know more. Okay, Let's go ahead and release that. Hi, welcome. To recorrect that, what's the biggest emotion we can release now that's causing this lack of self-worth? All right, go ahead and stand up. Take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around. Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get it, get it, get it. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate the lack of self-worth? Really big deep breath in. And out. I had a very emotional, abusive partner from 18 to 22. Oh, that makes so much sense. Yay! From a 5 to a 7. That's amazing. I'm excited for you. I actually wouldn't be surprised if it kept getting better and better over the next couple of days. So, yay. Give that baby hugs and kisses for me. She's going to have a new mama. She said, he or she. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if it was a girl or a boy, but yes. Okay. I need to be done for tonight. So it's a girl. I knew it. Okay. So, I will be back on. I'm going to try and get back on tomorrow. And, they don't ship to Canada. I'm sorry. You could totally make your own. That'd be awesome. It's not too hard. Just, I'm sure you could get like the sheets of magnet and then like paste it onto there. So, I got really high. Okay, go have fun getting high if you want to do that. So, okay, I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a fabulous night. Bye.